See some of these aircraft that are flying overhead, dropping water and dropping Phos-Chek. As this battle continues, it's very hot temperatures.
Oh yeah, hot temperatures and also up to 15-mile-per-hour wind gusts. They have 5 choppers out there, as well as a fixed-wing aircraft. We've seen them doing drops. They're incredibly strategic and methodical about it, and it's been an intense firefight with more than 228 firefighters. And I mean, this fire really exploded from 3 acres to 85 acres in the last hour and a half or so.
Okay, let's go to Tim Lynn in Sky 5. Tim, what are you seeing right now?
Well, this is the lead edge of the fire that's coming down the hill to the northeast, and this is where they're putting in most of their effort here with the helicopters getting in front of it, dropping that water. You see how close it is to those houses. It's just one more little ridge, then it's down to those houses, and we're watching the fire just blow up at times as it hits fresh fuel coming over that ridge. Right now, it's kind of behind a ridge to us, and as it comes over the top, you just see big orange flame lakes, which are really dangerous for the officers or for the firefighters fighting it on the line. Let me send it back down to you, Glenn.
Okay, Tim, keep an eye on things, and we'll get back to you to get a progress report on this fire burning up in Newhall again, 85 acres to this point. Now at 3 o'clock, the family...
Although there's a hiking trail at the very end of the street, and I know for a fact there's houses down there. Quite a few places.
We've been hearing, are you there?
He's still there. I think that's a different line that they...
I'm still here. There's so many helicopters. Kind of hard to hear.
Oh, I can gather that. You said there's a hiking trail right there. So, have you, when you're talking about some of your neighbors and you're talking about a hiking trail, this is obviously an area that's sort of populated on this area. What have you been hearing from them?
I mean, I haven't heard much from friends and family around here because I'm pretty sure they're worried about their own family. Because like I said, this fire's right here in our backyard, and it's been 6 or 7 years since we've had a fire like this in our neighborhood.
How close are you to the flames right now? When this firefighter is trying to prepare to run, how close are they?
The flames are pretty close. Between where I am and...
Jack, I can tell you.
Like I said, if these flames start pushing this way with these crazy winds that we're having up here, and it's 98 degrees at least, then to just be ready to evacuate and start heading down the hill.
You're already in a naturally sort of breezy area right now, and you're talking about it being windy. You know, being that we are not out there, and we were told it's not super windy. You're right there. How is it feeling? You're a resident there, so you know how conditions usually are.
It is really windy. I'm not gonna lie, because I would feel the wind here, and I'm standing here with my friend Carlos, and we'd look at the flames, and we would just see them kind of ignite, do like a whirlwind type thing. These winds are really making an impact, I would say, at least from the elevation I'm at right now.
Right, so you feel like, even though it's been described as breezy, you're feeling it as pretty windy right now, which is scary because the winds, obviously, they're the most dangerous part of these wildfires. They could really carry these wildfires.
Yeah, and a big flame actually just sprouted out. It's getting quite a bit closer to these houses down here. It looks like these firefighters are ready to kind of defend these houses within the next 10 to 15 minutes. And
you said you've actually been watching some of the firefighters cutting down trees and trying to remove dry brush near people's homes?
Yeah, I heard the chainsaws and stuff like that. I looked down, and it's all around these people's backyards and stuff like that.
So you said you are prepared to run if you have to. Are you packed at home, and are you prepared to evacuate any animals, etc.?
I mean, I didn't even think about it. When I heard about the fire, I was actually at my grandma's house. I saw it from outside of her window, which is in Stevens' ranch, maybe 5-10 minutes away. And then I was like, that's pretty close to my house. And then when I got home, I went with my friend. We just went to the highest hill because we've lived here our whole lives. We know the ins and outs. So now we're just at the top of this mountain. I haven't even thought about evacuating. Both my parents are at work, so it's kind of like that. I mean, at some point here, if it starts to make its way over here, then I'll call both of them and start doing what I can. But as of right now, I'm just worried about my neighbors who live up here.
And you had said, the last fire you saw of this size was about 7 years ago. Did you have to evacuate in there? And because a lot of people, obviously, that fire, if you're remembering, and it's pretty fresh on people's mind when you have a fire this close. So I'm sure people are somewhat prepared when they see this.
Oh, definitely. And right across the street from my house is actually a lot of dry leaves, so it's been harder for us to get like insurance to protect our home because no one wants to insure like when there's dry leaves right across the street. So back then there were firefighters on our street. We were bringing out water bottles and cookies, all stuff, but it was scary for 4 or 5 days. We had to just be ready with like if we had to protect our houses, which is so scary.
Right. All right, Brian Welch, you've been a wealth of information. Thank you so much. Good luck. Make sure you get everything prepared. We just talked to LA County Fire. They need your vehicle facing out. They need you to have your valuables packed, your animals prepared to get out of there. So good luck to you. And thanks for calling in.
Thank you so much, guys. Yep, thank you.
All right, let's go to the ground right now. Sid Garcia is set up. He's in Santa Clarita right now. Let's get what he has. Sid.
We are on the 24,100 block of Clearbank Lane, and this is what's got residents in this neighborhood, this cul-de-sac, very, very nervous because that's about a couple of 100 feet away. Kevin Miller, that's about, what, 200 feet away from us right now?
Yeah, easily.
Kevin Miller lives around here. You've been here for almost 30 years. Have you ever seen it this close to homes up here?
Never. It's come a few ridge lines over, but never this close.
How nervous are folks around here right now with it this close? I mean, you see your neighbors up here with their trucks ready to go.
It's a little unnerving, but we have a lot of faith in the fire department and forestry service to get a handle on this right now.
When you see the wind blowing towards our left here and going back up the ridge, does that ease the nervous a little bit, or is it still too close when you see the flames shooting up?
I'd be happier if they had a line of fuzz check across the slope now to stop the fire, but it's backing down slow, so I think they're going to get a handle on this hopefully within the next couple hours.
From your lips to God's ears, let me show you the street here. You've got a few fire trucks here for structure protection, and to the right, George, you see a couple of vehicles here parked ready to go just in case. There isn't an evacuation order where we are right now, but you've got folks around here just taking a look at it and watching the flames here. At one point, there was a spectacular sight you saw earlier, the flames just shooting up. By my gauge, maybe about 50 to 100 feet. We've got law enforcement here patrolling the area, making sure everybody's okay, but the order to evacuate this neighborhood has not been given. Again, you've got a few fire trucks here for structure protection. There's smoke when you look from your right all the way to your left here, but a few 100 feet away, that's what's got residents who are under pretty nervous as you see the flames shooting up. For what Mr. Miller was telling us, he noticed the smoke right around the noon hour, maybe about 12:30. The wind is picking up just a little bit, but it's blowing away from the homes right now. There's a helicopter up there. It looks like it's lining up its drop as well. That's been the way that the firefighters here have been controlling it is from the air. We just saw a prison crew just go down the asphalt road here, and they're going to be climbing up there just digging a line around the fire to protect the homes that are down here. But you see there's one water drop over there. That's easily about a half mile away from us, and the flames go all the way around from the right on your screen all the way to the left, and you see them picking up a little bit here. But as soon as this copter clears, there's another one on its way coming up here as well. We assume is going to drop water on this one right now. But again, where we are right now in this Santa Clarita neighborhood, there isn't an evacuation order, but you've got, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4 fire trucks parked strategically to protect the homes here to make sure the flames don't come to where we are. There was a prison crew that walked down with some LA County firefighters that we saw heading up there to start digging the line around the fire to basically keep it from going any closer to where we are right now. The wind is now starting to pick up. You've got residents here nervously looking at it, ready to go just in case they have to, but right now everybody is just hunkering down, watching the fire department or the different fire agencies with their helicopters and with fixed wing just coming in here making their strategic water drops, working as diligently as they possibly can to keep the fire from coming to where we are and away from structures. As you go to as we see here, there's another water dropping helicopter coming in here. They're coming in one right after the other. This is a well choreographed aerial assault here as far as protecting the homes by the air. Again, we're not really sure how this whole thing got started, but what we do know for sure is that you've got several fire trucks here protecting structures where we are and down the road as well as you head down towards Lyons. As we were coming up, we saw some horses being evacuated. You could tell that the horses were a little bit spooked as they were being put into trailers and driven away from here. But right now where we are, People are nervously looking at the fires over the ridge there, but they're also watching the fire departments here with their helicopters coming in and dropping water. You can hear them above. And whenever they come in and make a drop, there is a little more relief here that